Good morning, Australia. What a fantastic pleasure for me and my wife to be here. We've been cruising Melbourne for the past few days, and I hear Australians saying that the weather is horrible here. We love the weather. We think it's fantastic. All is relative compared to Amsterdam. Well, we have summertime now, but our winters are dreadful. We love it. We've been cruising the bike, and we love your city. But that is not so important. There's two guys I greatly admire. They have a vision. They have a passion for the game, a passion for the golf industry. And they put, and I checked it with the MC, they put their balls on the block. Andrew and Guy, where are you? Can you stand up? Andrew and Guy. I don't see you. Yes, give a big applause for these two guys. Fantastic. Let's get it going. Vision, tribal, and golf. You might think, what the heck? Anyhow, maybe it will become a little bit clear later. First about me, I started in the golf industry 25, 26 years ago as a ball picker at the bottom. The truth is, I had a student job 2 days a week, Friday, Saturday, and I did my share of ball picking in the rain. And since then, golf got me, and I wasn't able to get out of the business. So I've been managing golf courses and been working now since, I don't know, 10 years for the European and the Dutch Golf Course Owners Association. And I can tell out of that experience that meetings like this, bring these kind of people, bringing the industry together, is very valuable. We've seen the example in the US. Jay Karen is here, EGCOA, and it's what happens, the energy and the ideas flowing of these kind of meetings, bringing the energy, bringing the industry together is fantastic. So I've been doing that, and we've been thinking, as you might have heard, I was pleasantly surprised how many European news is in your newspapers, and you might have heard about this Brexit thing. What a relief for us, continent. But then we have this thing, Eurovision. That's a big thing in Europe. Then I suddenly see Australia part of the Eurovision thing. So I've been thinking, there is an open spot now, you know? It might be a thing. And the thing is, these guys love you already. You got so many votes, you became second. That's only because this Ukraine political thing, because normally it's political voting. East votes for East, Scandinavia, they vote for each other. We vote for the Germans, can you believe it? Yes, we do. And the Belgians, they vote for us. We don't vote for the UK, as you understand. Anyhow, so maybe that's an opening for you to become part of the EU. We would love that, because we love you people. We love Melbourne, we love Australia. And then I was going to make a cunning remark about the new teammate of your star driver, Daniel Ricciardo, but he beat the Dutch guy yesterday. Anybody heard about it? He became third, yeah, and Max, our new rookie talent, became sixth. Anyhow, he beat him once, he beat him in one Grand Prix, but I'm happy that he's teaming up, and I'm happy that your Ricciardo is looking after our wild and young Max Verstappen. Why a Golf Course Owners Association, you might ask? Many people say there's so many organizations in golf, and is that good for golf? Well, we all have one common goal, is to grow the game of golf. That is important, because that is the end goal. But on a golf course, and here I take an example of St. Andrews, old course, but it's actually more than just the old course, 7 courses in the Links Trust. St. Andrews, this golf course, you have 4 groups. There's even a 5th I missed. You have the clubs. I don't know, there's 5 or 10 clubs playing at these golf courses. Not one club, more than one club. You have the general managers, and they are part of the Managers Association, which is logical, because they tend to want to talk to each other. They're at the same level, they have the same problems, they have the same needs, so they talk to each other. We have the pros, they have their own group. It's a logical fit. They talk to each other. And you have the operators, owners, whatever you might call them, and employers. Links Trust operates 7 golf courses in the St. Andrews area, and they're part of the UK Golf Course Owners Association. So in a way, yes, many organizations, but every organization can be stronger with the same people in one group. The pros can be stronger with the pros. the general managers with the general managers, etc., etc. So I think it's a logical fit, and that's why we started the Dutch Owners Association about 26 years ago. And we have a kind of thriving, we have a little country, 170 golf courses, 130 are member in the Dutch Owners Association, about 75 to 80%. Some of them are even member-owned golf courses, because between commercial and member-owned, you know, it's becoming more or less the same. So they're active in our little association. So I hope that makes it a little bit clear. This is the European Golf Course Owners Association, which is an umbrella organization for all these nationals. And we have 14 countries, 800-something golf courses in it. And it's about the interest of the golf course operator. Owner is maybe a wrong name. It's never the individual who's the member. It's always the company, the golf course, that is a member in our association. And it's about interest. It's about sharing ideas and knowledge. We can sit alone and we get good ideas. You get much better ideas when you're together. And that strength, that energy, we're using that throughout EGCOA. Networking is big as well. And this is our industry and the forecast. And we've been growing till, I don't know, 2 years ago in numbers, European-wide. You're ahead of us. I think you're 10 years ahead of us. You've been going down a little bit longer, and it's relatively new to us. If we would have looked a little bit better, the growth percentages have been going down for a while, but we thought, oh, everything is fine. Well, it's not. And then we made this prediction thing just to shock people. We have to try something and do something. If we don't change, we go down, and we go down big, and that's not good. We have to do something about it. And talking to all the friends in the various countries, we found one common thing, that retention is the one thing we do worst. New golfers are the first ones to leave our game. The only people that stay are the ones that have been a member for 10 years or something. So we're getting old really, very, very rapidly. And who is the most important customer? Is that the new guy or girl that's been playing for 2 months, sorry? Or is the loyal club member that's been paying his dues for 15 years, very loyal, active in committees? Who says the first one, the new one? Is that the most important? And who says the loyal club member, 15 years? It's an even spread a little bit. I always thought, maybe, well, this loyal club member we have to have because, you know, he's paying his dues and that's fantastic. And then somebody said to me, no, this is not true. It's the new one. And for various reasons. The old one has been playing golf for 15 years. All his network, they know, yes, John, you play golf. And John doesn't even mention it anymore, and it's fine. His network is kind of dried out. And the new one is totally excited about golf. And he's telling all his friends. And all his friends is a total new network to golf. So our biggest opportunity is with the new golfers. And guess what? The new golfer is running away. We have a serious challenge. And then we see this. Retention is the #1 thing. Something Alex Schultz says from Facebook. That shows you we have a nice challenge in Europe, in golf. How are we going to solve that? And then I see this, which I didn't understand. This is Steve Jobs saying something that we shouldn't listen to our customers because they don't know what they want, and we should put something on the table that's not yet on the page. How are you going to put something not yet on the page that's not there? How are you going to invent that? So, challenge is enough. And then we thought, then we saw this. Jay, are you using PowerPoint? Good. Good. Just to tell you that I haven't got a clue either. For everybody out there, remember this one. Then we thought, how are we going to do this? Because we've been pointing at the golf union doing a bad job. We've been pointing at the economy being horrible. We're pointing at new generation and all sorts of excuses why our business is down. And then we said, that's nice. We've been pointing for 2 or 3 years and nothing changed. Maybe we should change ourselves and do something about it ourselves. And we came across this line, this quote, and the best way to predict your future is to create it. So let's do that. And the first thing we did was to make a connection between the world and what's happening in the world with the golf industry. Because so far, we've been, busy from within the industry. Now let's reach out. The world is changing, so maybe we should change, maybe we should make that connection. And how did we do that? With all our owners' associations and also a lot of golf unions were involved. We looked at the trends and we kind of took a vote on what trends are the biggest and the most important. With that, we tried to get underneath this rock, because the golf industry tends to look very much inwards, be an inward organized industry. And so far, no, not so far, till about 10 years ago we got away with it, not anymore. And these are the 9 key trends, if you like, that were voted upon by our members and everybody involved in Europe that have the biggest effect on our industry. Starting from the top is high-tech, high-touch. Uber, Airbnb is changing our businesses drastically. In golf, I haven't seen it yet. Well, we have golf now a bit, but there's lots of opportunities that can make golf more sexy. There's a few software suppliers here. Embrace them, because the new generation, they walk this thing, and golf has to be on that phone, otherwise we're lost. Tribe and community, I'll come later to that. Wealth, social, what is that? Healthcare cost is a big one. What's that one again? It is loyalty instantization. It's a difficult word for me, sorry for that. Instantization. We want it now. 5 years ago, no, 10 years ago, how did you book a trip? What did you do? Sorry? Travel agents. So you waited in line 2 hours, and then you got to this girl or guy, and you got these big books, and 2 hours later, 4 hours later, you had your trip book. Fantastic. Now, Booking.com know when their search takes longer than 30 seconds, they lose 50% of their customers. 4 hours was okay, 30 seconds is too long. That's a major change. And loyalty is something, when I went out of university, is you had to, one thing was very important. Look at your resume. You cannot do job hopping. You cannot do 1-year jobs. That's bad for your resume. You have to do 3 to 5 years at least in one job. Now, all the young kids, they say, I worked a full year for you. Come on, that's long of my valuable time. I'm going to move on, guy. And that's the situation. So that totally changed. But it also changed the concept of lifetime membership. That doesn't exist anymore. We just take it. Aging, maybe the biggest opportunity we have. Older people, a lot of money, a lot of time, is good. This picture is middle class development. Something's wrong in the picture. Who knows? Some of it might have seen it before. What's wrong in the picture? Helmet. Who's wearing the helmet? It took me 50 times to look at the picture. It tells you how bad I am. The guy is wearing the helmet. The dad of the family. How can he do that? His kids are there, his wife is there. Somebody then mentioned to me later, that's not a family. Well, it's a family, but the guy is a taxi driver. That's a taxi for you. But middle class development has a big influence. We're selling golf to the middle classes. If that's shrinking, we have a problem. Have it your way. We don't want it generic products. We want it tailor-made to our needs. And then we have the new generation. Who's going to hire this girl with the nice tattoos and the steel in her face? Who's going to hire her? Yeah, good one. The ones that are going to hire her, you're going to win, because this is the new generation, and this is normal to them. In golf, but this is normal. And if we don't accept this as normal in our businesses, they won't like us. And we won't have these fantastic, friendly, outgoing people want to work for us, and we won't have their pals playing golf at our place. So maybe Paul is something for Royal Sydney to consider. Anyhow, we drilled them down, these things, into 4 key opportunities, because there is a lot of opportunities. And the opportunities you see in flexibility, the membership thing, we got away for 300 years with a green fee or unlimited play. Well, that time is gone. And we have to fill up the big space in between. And that's flexibility. Fun? Who knows what fun is? What is fun?
Oh, just enjoying yourself, putting a game of golf.
What is happening in your head? What is it? It's dopamine. It's a chemical thing. You're right, having a fun game of golf, but something's happening in your mind. Dopamine, it's a little drug. And you know what happens when we get dopamine? We want more dopamine. We want more fun. It's a very simple thing. And what we don't like is to be punished. How do you train animals? People as well. How do you train animals? How do you train animals? Reward and... What's the other word? Sorry? Reward and... You hit them. You don't want to be hit. You want dopamine. And that's a very strong thing. So, in a way, it's very simple. So fun should be a friendship. I'll come back to that later. Family and fun. If we look here, I'm so happy that you are here. And it's about the same in our conferences. And you are here, hardly any ladies. But I'm so happy there's more ladies even than I expected. We're a male-dominant business, and that's not very smart. 50% of our customers, and you do, I think 20% of the registered golfers are female in Australia. You're doing better than the UK, but still, you're not doing as good as we do. We have 35%. And that's a big difference. So these are the 4 key opportunities we think in golf. We got them on a website. We didn't make big reports out of it. Go to the website and you can find everything there. And for every key opportunity, we try to explain to you why this is a key opportunity, how does it work, and what kind of products could you connect to that. Very simple, open for everybody. Also, as you understand, for non-members, because we believe in sharing. If the whole industry does better, we do better, and it's in our interest. Then I want to go a little bit with you into friendship, because that has, I must say, opened my eyes. For years in the golf business, I've been focusing on how can we get better golf if we make faster greens, if we make better bunkers, if we make nicer trees, then people will come to my golf course and they will stay at my golf course. And if I make better rules and if I organize it better, everything will be fine. And then I found out that it's actually, I'm trying to make the same product better, but it's maybe nothing to do with that, because a nicer golf course doesn't bind people. And because I was looking around and I was talking to this guy on the right with the blue sweater. He's a golf course owner in the Netherlands. And for 22 years, he's been going to the gym every Monday night. 22 years. How is that possible? Because it's the most boring thing to do, fitness. And our golfers run away after a year and a half, and it's fantastic. How is that possible? And it made me wonder, what is that fitness facility much nicer? No, that couldn't make the difference. Then I go to a wedding with my wife. My wife is here as well. I'm so happy and pleased that she is here. And we go to this wedding. I didn't know these people, and this was in Amsterdam. The girl in the white dress, she comes from the southern part of Holland. 17 years ago, she moved from the southern part to Amsterdam. And she plays the trumpet. And for 15 years, every weekend, she went back to the south with her trumpet under her arm. I heard that story. I said, how is that possible? Because time is very precious. It's 2 hours drive to the south, 2 hours back. How is that possible? That she spends half a day traveling just with the trumpet under her arm. It must sound much nicer in the south of Holland. There must be something. What is it? I'm fascinated by that. And then we have this old school band, which I thought, well, that's stupid. We want to DJ these times. But anyhow, so then I see this, the girl on the right. She's a daughter of a former golf course owner in the Netherlands. I was co-owner with him. And what she does is she is really the new generation. She has jewelry. That's a difficult word. Jewelry produced in Africa, but by HIV-infected women. That's really now, isn't it? And it's quite successful. It's called 22stars.com. Go there and buy the jewelry. Very good. And I think she's one of the most original people I know. She doesn't follow the big crowd. She goes her own. She's traveling through Africa and doing these things and finding these women to produce. I admire her greatly. And then I see this picture. And I see there's something odd about it. They all have a MacBook Pro this is a very expensive machine, piece of machinery, and they put bloody stickers on it. Are they insane? But what I see, they all do it. And when you look at the girls, you cannot tell they are part of a group. They show they're part of the group through their laptop. They show we don't care, well, we want the MacBook, but we do put stickers. So we're part of the sticker gang, MacBook tribe, whatever. But it's a tribal thing. People want to be part of a group. Now, this picture, this is the girl on the left is my sister-in-law. Perfect, normal human being, as you can tell. And the girl on the right is the girl in the bridal thing. And I see this picture on Facebook. And so what got into her? And her to-be husband is going to get married next month, the guy on the left. What got into them? Why are they doing this to themselves? Something must have gone wrong in their brain. No, they're not doing this as individuals. They do it, boom, they do it with 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people in something called the electric run. There seems to be a very strong urge of people to do something together with a group, with a tribe. We're still in a golf conference, huh? It is this tribal thing is so strong, they put these funny things, the horrible things on their faces, or horrible. They have a strong urge to do that. Where did they copy it from? Probably from these guys. They do a better job at it anyhow. What a fantastic picture, no? What a beautiful picture. This is tribe, no? This is strong tribe, famous tribe. And then there was this European football championships. You might have heard of that. And yes, the Holland took a break for a while because we had this tiny island called Iceland, which is about, I don't know, this is 7% of Melbourne in inhabitants. They kicked us out, yes, Iceland. And they got this tribal thing. They copied the New Zealand Haka thing. Not as advanced as yours, yeah, they just clap. But it was a tremendous success for them. And it catered to the tribal feeling, to the pride of the nation. Something like 7 or 8% of their inhabitants were in the stadium watching. It's incredible how big it was for them. And it really unified the country. There has been better times for the Netherlands. South Africa, World Championships. And there's a thing called tribal marketing. Tribal marketing is selling your product to a group, and the group feeling will be stronger through buying your product. And Heineken, a big Dutch brewer, they sell beer, and they're a big sponsor of the World Championship and European Championship. They put millions and millions in it. There's another brewer in the Netherlands. They thought, we have to do something with it. We don't have the millions, but we have a possibility maybe to do something. Let's be creative and come up with something. They got 25 lady students wearing dresses, the dress you got with a crate of beer, Bavaria, orange dress, and put them in the stadiums. We got so much media attention, they're about 20 times more valuable than whatever Heineken put in, by spending, I don't know, 20,000, 30,000 euros. Fantastic. And what they did, they connected to our national pride, our pride of being orange, pride of being part of that orange tribe. How strong is that? They were communicating with our tribal need, kind of. Anyhow, and most of the girls knew how to wear the dress. You know, the high top is on front, and the guy on the left is focusing. Anyhow, it was a very successful thing. By the way, it went to court, and they're not allowed to do this anymore. Heineken got, you cannot do that. Then we have this. Who knows what this is? Ryder Cup. Why is Ryder Cup different from any other golf match? Why?
Red against blue.
Sorry?
Simple.
Red against blue. Simple. What more? Nationalities. Teams. Tribe. Team and tribe. The power of this, the emotion that comes around, is so much bigger than any other golf match. There's one of my board members has a young guy. My board member watches a lot of golf on television. His son watches about 20 seconds and he's gone. Then this was on. He stayed for full 45 minutes. That's long for an 8-year-old. He could feel this is something else. The team thing is so strong for us. It's so down deep rooted in us. That's why all these sports, these team sports, are so very successful. It is something very strong. And why it is, I started reading, because I see all these things, and then you have to read. Why is that? Then I read about the brain, and the brain has 3 different parts. I didn't know that. There's the reptilian brain, that's the oldest part, 350 million years old. That has been carved in 350 million. It's our instinct. Our instinct we cannot change. Fear is in there. But tribe and group is in there as well. Very strong. Then we have the limbic part, is the feeling. And then we have the biggest, that's the newest, that's the neocortex. That's our rational part. That outstands us, separates us from the animals. The animals don't have that. Where do you guess is decision making? Which part of the 3? Who says? Rational thinking, we make rational decisions. Sorry? Neocortex. I would expect neocortex. We make conscious, rational decisions. Well, forget about it. Science, neuroscientists now can prove that the decision is being made either in our reptilian brain or in our limbic part. And then we just find an excuse for the decision, which we think we participate that. No, we have the perception that we take the decision is being made down there. That's interesting. So if you want to sell a product, who do you communicate with? With the neocortex or the decision maker? That's interesting, huh? So who is Booking.com is talking to whom? You all know this. They have a group of about, I don't know, a team of 8, and they're doing one thing full time. They're busy advancing, improving this thing. Where can you see where they talk to the neocortex? Where do they talk to the limbic part? Where do they talk to the reptilian brain? Anybody an idea? Yeah, sorry? 49% off today. Today. Today means I have to make the decision now. So it's, there's scarcity. And scarcity connects with fear. That's in our reptilian brain. I might miss out. Another, who else sees something? Connecting. Sorry? Only 2 rooms left. Very good. More scarcity even. But yeah, I have to. And if you combine that with, I don't know, there's 12 people looking at this hotel. They're talking to the subconscious. They are talking fully to our reptilian brain. But another thing they're doing. Have you seen 2,500 reviews? Have you seen almost 4,500 likes? That's social proof. Also with the booked 15 times today, and 12 people are looking at it. I'm not alone, idiot sucker, looking at this hotel room. No, there's plenty of people that have been before me. They're looking at it now. We need social proof. We need social acceptance, how you say it, before we buy. If others buy it, it will be good. This is talking straight into our reptilian brain. They are the smartest people. Maybe there's something to think about. Then we have this. It's not my wife, but it is close to my wife. We live in the old harbor of Amsterdam. And there's water there, and we live in an old grain silo. And about 2 or 3 times per year, when it's 30 degrees, my wife goes swimming with our 11-year-old. Till somebody in the house said, let's start a swimming club. They call themselves water minofaniacs, whatever, I don't know what they call themselves. And 16 girls and 1 guy joined. And they have an app. And they go swimming, boom, and 3 minutes later there's 3 to 5 women on the dock swimming for half an hour. What happened is, before my wife used to swim 2 or 3 times per year. Now, sometimes in the season, she swims 2 or 3 times per week. Did the swimming got better? Does she love swimming more than before? No, she's an avid swimmer. Always has been an avid swimmer. What was the big change? It's a social structure. She has a group now. And that group makes sure she goes out swimming. And it's social acceptable, because this group, I'm not on my own, it looks a bit funny, but there's a group. It's accepted. And that group makes her go swimming. So the group thing, for a lot of people, we need that group thing to get us going. Les Mills is, I think it's New Zealand or Australian, I'm not sure. New Zealand company, they provide steps to this gym classes. But one thing, the steps besides, they know how to keep the people within the group. That is, there's only one opportunity, make these people a friends group. Make them socially connected, and they will never leave you. Very smart. They're doing the same thing. They're talking to our subconscious, they're talking to our tribal thing. That is a big need of ours. Last time I showed this, somebody said, yeah, nice picture. But we in Australia, we don't believe in standing in circles and holding hands. I understand that, but I didn't mean that with this. Who has an idea what I maybe mean with this? No part of the group. The yellow one is no part of the group. Now the yellow one is no part of the group. And if you look at golf in Europe, what do? We focus on, for the newcomers, to teach you hit the ball. And hit the ball better. And if they run away, we should teach you to hit the ball even further so you will stay. And we forget to make this person feel at home. We forget to make this person feel part of a tribe or a community or a group. And the thing is, when you don't feel part of the group, what do? You go away. As simple as that. Because your primal instinct says, I have to be part of the group, otherwise I'm out of here. It's not safe. And it's carved in our brains for 300 million years. We need the other ones to survive. And that makes us leave the group. So we better make sure that the newcomers feel part of the group. Otherwise they leave us. It's simple as that. Then we see this. This is a real good example, I think, in golf, where they communicate with the subconscious and they really look at that. PGA Junior League, US, who has heard of that? Fantastic. Go to their website. What they do is absolutely smart. They don't organize golf anymore as an individual sport. No, it's a team sport. And I got a shirt with a number, and I'm playing for California. There's even an American flag on my sleeve. PGA Junior League, they have teams. They play 2-on-2, scramble. So even when I'm playing, I'm part of the team with my teammate. It is incredibly successful. They like it. Kids like this. And I understand why. Because they fulfill all the needs that our subconscious has. I want to be part of a team. I want to feel safe. I have fun with my friends. It's a simple thing. PGA Junior League, any youth program, I think, should be a team effort into golf. Then we get this. We had a reaction from Ireland. Ireland is doing even worse in female participation than you do. 15%, 1 out of 8 women in Ireland play golf. So it's almost no dogs, no women allowed. It is horrible. And then we come across this Leopardstown Golf Club in Dublin. And it's a golf course is nothing much. It's within a horse racing track, and it's okay, but it's doable. 2,500 lady members. Excuse me? 2,500 in a country where out of 8 golfers is female. 2,500. They have 25 lady societies who take the piss out of themselves and have the biggest fun. Look at this. They call themselves Thursday Bells. You must have a lot of humor looking like that, calling yourself Bells, isn't it? That's fantastic. I think it's really good. They have a very strong social connection, so it's possible. Female golf is possible. Ladies' Day runs from Monday till Saturday. If you want to play, maybe Sunday afternoon. They have another one. They call themselves the Thursday Swingers. Look at them. In our country, it means something else, but still. Who knows what this logo stands for? Jay knows. What is it, Jay? Harvard. Harvard University. Harvard University had been on a research, 75 years social research, trying to find out what makes some people die young and miserable, and others are happy and they are never ill or hardly any ill, and they become very old. What's this distinct? what is the distinct thing between the two groups? What is the key to a happy, long life? You know what they found? It's not cholesterol. The number one thing, the distinction between the two, between good and bad, the good ones have good relationships. They have meaningful relationships. They have, and that's your family, that's all your friends, your colleagues, maybe your sporting buddies. I do not know any activity that is better in building relationships than golf. Strong, no? To me, that rounds the circle. We want to be part of a herd, we want to be part of a tribe, and we want to have good relationships within this tribe. Look at the TEDx thing. It is really strong, a really strong one. And now I understand as well that this one, our task is to read things that are not yet on the page. Could it be that he means we have to think not about the neocortex, the thing that people say they need? Because if they talk about golf, they all say, oh, it's too much time, too much money. That's never the reason. That's the neocortex talking. There's a reason deeper down there. And maybe, I don't know, but maybe this could be one of the things. We have to adjust our products, thinking about the golfer as a human being with a reptilian brain. It's almost as simple as that. Maybe that's this. And if I look at this one, this guy, 21 years in fitness every Monday. Why is that? Anybody has the answer? Sorry? Sense of belonging. And how was the sense of belonging, how's that organized? Friends. It's a group, it's a group of friends, and he's meeting up with his buddies every Monday night. And it's the only possibility to drag him for 21 years through this boring exercising in the bloody fitness thing. We can do better with that at golf. And this girl, what is the answer here? Why 15 years with a trumpet on her arm, 4 hours traveling? Why is that? Friendship. Could it be that group? This is the group saluting her, which I thought was a corny old stupid thing. Have a brass band playing at your wedding. I want a DJ. This was maybe the most important moment on the most important day of her life. Her friends, her group, her tribe, playing to her. This was the reason that she went for 15 years to the south of Holland. And the power, what I want to tell you is the power of friendship, the power of tribe, the power of belonging is so strong that it makes possible these things. If we can just adjust our products a little bit towards the person, the golfer, the potential golfer, as a hurdle animal, and incorporate them in our tribe and community and make them part of our tribe and community, I'm sure no newcomer will run away anymore. Thank you very much.